There's a village in Russia that's completely cut off from the world for 8 months of the year. No roads, no cars. The only way in, a helicopter, and only when the weather allows it. Some people who live there have never once seen a traffic light. And that's not even the most extreme place we're going to today. We're about to step inside 5 of the most isolated villages on Earth, places where reaching home is more dangerous than most people's entire vacation. Stick around till the end, because the last stop on this list has a population of exactly 1. Oymyakon, Russia. Let's start in Siberia, in a village called Oymyakon. Officially the coldest permanently inhabited place on the planet, temperatures here have dropped to minus 71 degrees Celsius. Cold enough that a glass of hot water thrown into the air turns to mist before it hits the ground. Cars are never turned off, not once all winter, because if the engine stops, it may never start again. Funerals get delayed for days, because the ground itself is frozen too solid to dig. Around 500 people live here, doing exactly what their grandparents did, and their grandparents before them. So why stay? Because leaving means walking away from everything. The land, the animals, a way of life stitched together over generations. For them, this isn't survival, it's just Tuesday. Whittier, Alaska. Now let's cross to Alaska, to a town called Whittier, where almost the entire population lives inside one building. 1. A 14-story former military tower holds the whole town. Homes, the police station, the grocery store, even the church. Step outside and you're facing some of the harshest weather in North America. Winds up to 100 miles per hour, snow piling up faster than anyone can clear it. The only way in or out by land is a single-lane tunnel, shared with trains, that shuts down every single night. So instead of building outward, Whittier built inward. 1 building, 1 community, 0 commute. Actor for Tristan da Cunha. Next, we head into the middle of the South Atlantic Ocean, to Tristan da Cunha, the most remote inhabited island on Earth. The nearest neighboring land with people on it is over 1,500 miles away. There's no airport. The only way to reach the island is by boat. A 6-day journey from South Africa, and that's if the ocean cooperates. Around 250 people live here, sharing just 8 surnames between them. In a very real sense, almost everyone is family. 1 shop, 1 school, 1 doctor for the entire island. If someone needs surgery that can't be done there, they wait, sometimes weeks, for a ship to arrive. Imagine planning your whole life around when the next boat shows up. But here's the twist most people don't expect. They're not cut off from everything. They have internet. They know what's happening in the outside world. They've simply chosen to stay anyway, because on Tristan, everybody knows your name, your face, your whole story. There's nowhere to hide. But there's also nowhere you're forgotten. Laado La Rinconada, Peru. Now to Peru, and to the highest permanently inhabited town on Earth. La Rinconada, sitting above 5,100 meters in the Andes, where the air holds roughly half the oxygen you'd breathe at sea level. There's no sewage system, barely any real infrastructure, and yet more than 30,000 people live here, drawn by one thing: gold. Here's how it works. Miners often aren't paid a wage at all. They work for free for 30 days straight, and on the 31st day, they're allowed to keep whatever gold they can carry out by hand. It's a gamble that's kept this entire town alive for decades. In a place so extreme, even basic government services struggle to reach it. People didn't get trapped here by geography. They chose isolation because of what the mountain might give them in return. Zanskar Valley, India. Deep in the Indian Himalayas sits the Zanskar Valley, a place so remote that for most of the year, it's completely sealed off by snow. No road in, no road out. Except for one thing: the river freezes. And when it does, the people of Zanskar walk across the ice. They call it the Chadar Trek. Chadar means blanket, because the frozen river becomes a white blanket stretching for miles. Picture a father in wool layers guiding his son across a sheet of ice, the river still roaring somewhere beneath their feet. One crack, one wrong sound. They stop, they listen, and then they keep walking. Why risk it? Because that frozen river might be the only path to a hospital, or to salt, oil, medicine that's about to run out. A local elder once told a visiting journalist that the ice doesn't scare him anymore. He's learned to live with it, the way you'd learn to live with a difficult neighbor. Think about that. Something we consider a life-threatening obstacle is just how you get to school. The village of one. And now, the one I promised you. On a tiny island near Italy, a man named Mauro Morandi spent over 30 years as the sole resident of Budeli Island. No neighbors, no shops, no noise, just the sea, the wind, and total silence. He wasn't stranded there. He chose it, walking away from modern life on purpose, becoming something like the island's unofficial guardian, protecting it from tourists and erosion alike. "30 years, one man, one island. No one telling him it was too quiet, because for him, it never was." Here's what struck me putting this list together. We tend to think of isolation as something sad, as a life with things missing. No malls, no Wi-Fi, no fast food on the corner. But maybe that's the wrong way to see it. In Oymyakon, isolation forges a kind of resilience most of us will never have to test. In Whittier, it builds a closeness you can't fake. In Tristan da Cunha, it means never being forgotten. In Rinconada, it's a gamble worth the climb. In Zanskar, it protects a way of crossing rivers that's older than memory. And on Budeli, it was simply peace. The one thing tying every place on this list together isn't the cold or the mountains or the distance from an airport. It's choice. Someone in some way chose to stay, chose the frozen river over the easy road, chose the 6-day boat instead of moving somewhere convenient. So here's a question we're sitting with. Most of us aren't isolated by geography. We're a 5-minute drive from everything we need. But if isolation were the price, what would you actually choose to protect? Drop the village that shocked you most in the comments below. And if this pulled you in, subscribe, because next time we're going even further off the map.